sailboat parked in the driveway, and our minds on island time. Sailboat parked in the driveway, and our minds on island time.
Life gets hard sometimes, it's a daily grind. It's almost enough to make you lose your mind. Just when you get a good grip, it slips right through your fingers. Finally find a little honey, then you're pulling out the stinkers. Woohoo! We work hard to make a dollar just to keep our head above water. One day we're soaking up the sun, sailing in the breeze, drinking margaritas and kicking up our feet. And we start thinking we're sinking, we can't plug all the holes, running around in circles trying to keep our world afloat. Ain't we all in the same boat? Takes all I got in the bank just to fill up my tank. Every check I write could be a boomerang. That's where the man's talking, but that don't mean nothing, cause you can never tell when that hard rain's a coming. Woo-hoo! I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, aimed at blue collar, choking us all. One day we're soaking up the sun, sailing in the breeze, drinking margaritas and kicking up our feet. And we start thinking we're sinking, we can't plug all the holes, running around in circles trying to keep our world afloat. Ain't we all in the same boat? Help, we all need a little help, love, when that water gets rough. Days when those clouds get dark and gloomy, we're just trying to keep it all between the waves. Yeah, we're soaking up the sun, sailing in the breeze, sipping margaritas, ain't worried about a thing. We start thinking we're sinking, we can't plug all the holes, running around in circles trying to keep our world afloat. Ain't we all in the same boat? Ain't we all in the same boat?
The lights are always brighter on the outside of the city. And boy, let me tell you, it's a shame. The buildings scrape the sky, and the folks can't help but lie about the places everybody knows your name. I'm awfully far from home, and I'm feeling mighty lonesome without a place, girl, call my own. But it's hard to hold a woman with a guitar in your hands, and these six strings are the only thing I know. The coke has got me hammered down, I'm moving at the speed of sound. That ain't who I really want to be, and I'm feeling way too tired to warm the homes beside the fire. The highway ain't the greatest place to sleep. They say this ain't for you. If we had to tell the truth, why don't you go home and act your age? The devil ain't got on a page.
Hi, my name is Doug. I'm the president of Guardians of the Purple Heart, and we are a 501c3 approved nonprofit organization based here in southeastern Connecticut that specializes in obtaining items or services for Connecticut combat wounded veterans that aren't being met by other organizations like the VA. So what we like to think is where the VA or these other establishments have to leave off because of their corporate red tape and limitations, we can come in behind them and fulfill these needs by reaching out to the community, working with our vast network of supporters, and just coming together as a whole and supporting these Purple Heart recipients and improving their overall quality of life. A lot of people ask us how do they get involved and how do they join in on the fun with us. A lot of things you could do. Follow us on Facebook, #1, Instagram, Twitter. Go to our website at gotph.org. You can send donations, send us a message. Spread the word of what we're doing. All the Connecticut Purple Heart recipients, we are out there trying to make a difference in their lives. So please give us a hand and join in on the fun.
Hey, this is Texas singer-songwriter Sergeant Scotty Frazier, proud to have served in the United States Marine Corps and now proud to serve with music. I am honored to be interviewed by and partner with Fubar Studio, the best in military and veteran supporting podcasts. Check them out, and thank you for your service for our American heroes. Also check out scottyfrazier.com for more of my music, and check us out on Spotify, Amazon, and where all good things are streaming. Semper Fi, rock and roll.
Bring your appetite down to Big Belly Cafe, 140 Gore Street, Webster, Mass. for curbside, takeout, and indoor seating. Visit bigbellycafe.com to view their hours, menu, and order online. For reservations, please call ahead at 508-949-2433. Follow Big Belly Cafe on Facebook for weekly and daily specials. And remember, all veterans receive a discount for their recognition of service. Big Belly Cafe. Reedy's Archery, located in Middleborough, Mass. at 121 Wood Street, has been a staple in the area since 1993 and has become the one-stop pro shop for competitive target archers and bow hunters from New England. Reedy's is open Monday through Thursday, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturdays, 10 p.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure to visit reedysarchery.com and follow them on Facebook to keep up with upcoming events. Reedy's Archery, dedicated to the archer. Wolf Aviation Network is the only flight school in the area utilizing the Airwolf Simulator AATD and the specialized Part 61 training program designed to save students money while increasing safety and efficiency. Creating safe pilots is our first priority. Our flight sim is the perfect training device. It is designed to prepare students adequately before taking flight in our aircraft. Fly with us and save money. Wolf Aviation. Reserve your spot at 413-563-1929 and visit wolfaviationnetwork.com.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone, that's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, Doug, and today we've got a special guest with us. As you can see, we got Alex here, but a big shout out to all of our viewers last week and definitely all of the subscribers and stuff. Make sure if you're not subscribed yet or you're following, make sure you hit that subscribe button and then follow button because we need those subbies. Give it to us. It just keeps getting the contents out there, getting everybody going with it. Big shout out to all of our sponsors and supporters out there that make the track day for veterans happen, as well as all of our race teams and everything. And without further ado, we've got Alex here. Alex is one of our track day for veterans nominees that ended up going to the racetrack out in Phoenix, Arizona. Alex, give us a little background on you. I'll have you take it away from here.
All right. Yeah, like you said, name's Alex, last name Robledo. I was in the Marine Corps from 2007 or 2004, correction, to 2012. Did that for 8 years, and then decided to go study some sociology in college, and then get into the industrial sector, where I'm currently working as a maintenance manager for a 3PL company, and doing pretty well. Aside from that, obviously got my little man here and trying to enjoy time with them, but going out and volunteering with veterans with nonprofits like your guys' was, and also capturing images and pictures and videos for whether it's veteran clubs in the motorcycle society or veteran owned businesses, stuff like that. And that's what I try to dedicate my time to, family, veterans, and everyday life.
Absolutely. That's great that you continue to serve serve your country by doing other stuff outside of the military. Because a lot of people think, oh, once I end my service with the military, my service is no longer there. In this case, it's not. It's you can continue doing it by certain different ways, and what you do is absolutely amazing. Because we had you down there. You were there for the first day, but unfortunately you weren't able to make it for the second day. But you were taking the photos of the event at the Phoenix track, and we were able to use those and utilize those, which you do that for other nonprofit organizations, just to get yourself out there and be able to build your portfolio as a veteran and as a photographer. So with that, being said, what was your whole, aspect at looking at once, I said, hey, you're going to be one of the ones going to the track day for veterans. What was that whole feeling behind that once you got told that?
I think first of all, it was awesome. I didn't think I was going to get in there in time because I know you had posted it maybe a couple hours prior. But just for me, it was excitement, right? Like being able to do, even if it was just the Menards, race series, it's still something cool you get to experience, and not a lot of people get to do that. And it's always good to to go support in that manner, and actually get to meet the racing teams and stuff like that, and let them see who you are and what you are and how much you appreciate them appreciating you for letting them do that. So big shout out to everybody in the Menard series and your company that you're working with. I think going forward, I think that'd be something to be able to participate in, even if it's just coverage instead of being able to experience it. Um, that way we can get in more veterans to be able to have that experience.
No, absolutely. And this year so far, we're looking at this year getting veterans into the races. We're looking at about 184 veterans this year. Throughout the season, and that's a big jump from what what we're having, and what we project our numbers to be. And it's definitely it's an experience for veterans that could be a life-changing experience, or it could be a life-changing experience of you know talking to somebody, talking to a race team member, or even talking to another veteran that has gone through some of the turbulence and troubles that we've all gone through, and be able to, you know, give that veteran more information on it, on certain things that we've done and how we've handled it. Um, and that's one of the biggest things is I try to preach with a lot of the organizations and a lot of the stuff that we go through is bridging the gap between a lot of these organizations, because one may not be able to handle certain things, but other organizations can handle it. Um,
Mhm.
you know, um, so back into this, I mean, again, as you and I talked even before, you're like, oh, come on down and stay, and you can even stay at my house. You can borrow my vehicle and use it and stuff, dude. That was like you never met me before, and as a veteran to veteran, it's like we had that kind of bond with each other. I think is we're all willing to give our shirts off our back for our fellow veterans, and that's one thing that I liked. When I heard from you, it was like, wow, dude, you're absolutely amazing. You're a hands down kind of individual, like just give the shirt right off your back. And that's amazing on who you are. How did you kind of like in your life? Where do you like? Have you done? Have you always done good stuff, good deeds like that to others, or even before you got in? Were you always the first one to interact with somebody and be able to help them even before you get into the service?
Um, yeah, I mean, thinking back to like high school and stuff like that, you know, right off the bat that I can think of maybe football, right? Like getting into football when you're in high school. Coaches preach to you about being, really good at the craft that you want to do, and then being able to disseminate that and share that with your other teammates, right? Try to be a leader amongst men. And to me, one of the biggest things, a lot of people, I'm not very religious, but a lot of people, preach Christianity, but they don't actually follow through with that. I've never been big on religion, but I do believe on, in God, and being able to set that right foot and that right image of Him first. So like try to do good with everybody.
Yeah.
Being able to reciprocate that, kind of like you're saying, to another veteran and be like, hey, you know what? I don't know what you may be going through or what you've done or all that stuff, but to be able to alleviate some of those stressors or that tension, especially for coming to cover something as big as that event was, it just makes it that much better, right? That experience that you have.
Yeah.
Because now 10, 15 years from now, we'll still be friends and you're still going to remember that one time that you wanted to come over, and we can share that with somebody else, and maybe that'll rub off on another veteran to be like, hey, you know what? That is a good point. Like we do need to look out for each other to that extent, right? I'm not saying obviously we're going to open the doors to every veteran on the streets and all
Yeah.
that stuff, but we have our bumpers and we can help them guide.
Yeah.
So I've always tried to emulate that, and then when I got into the Marine Corps, um, going through boot camp, I actually had a couple buddies who struggled through it. I struggled in some aspects, but I had some that struggled even more due to height or stuff like that. So like I remember going up the Reaper. For us, Hollywood Marines, it's the really steep mountains, that we have in Camp Pendleton, and it's the final ascent before receiving your eagle of an acre. And I remember my buddy Ota, recruit Ota, was if you watch this, I still remember you. Yeah. He was struggling to get and so I went ahead and took his pack off of him and threw it on me because at that point you're expected to act like like Marines, even though you're still recruits, and look out for each other. So I grabbed his pack. My buddy Everett grabbed his rifle, and one of the other guys grabbed his little freaking his day pack that he had on him, and we pulled him up the freaking hill, made sure that he made it with the rest of us. So you kind of got to do that everywhere you go. Good deeds done to others will come back tenfold sometimes. So to me, the opportunity to be able to go out there and experience the track and actually like I told you guys, I didn't know Days of Thunder was recorded there. So like being able to stand in there and actually experience that oval from like the camera standpoint, which is where they recorded, like that to me was like beyond all means probably my favorite part of the whole weekend. And yeah, I missed the race, but to me, just that simple gesture, I was like, hey, you know what? If there's anything I can do to alleviate it for you, even if it's just a room or in the car or whatever, I'm here for it, right? You did me the favor of getting me there. I'm trying to do you the favor of helping you out. So, that's how I see it, and that's how I always put it forward.
Yeah, no, and I mean it's just again, we can help and be able to help veterans out in so many different ways. It's not like everybody you're like, oh, let this and this come on in, come, you know, it's different things for other veterans. Again, I've never been I've been a I would say I've been a Christian, but I don't live it every day to my life, which it is what it is. I may cuss, I may do certain things. I'll repent for it. But again, I was raised in a Baptist church. Pastor Williams, if you're watching this, you know, may you just forgive me for this. But again, some of the stuff that I do is not, Christian like. Um, but
And
it's
it happens. We're all human.
correct, and that's again we're not we're expected to try to live it, but again, we're not. We're all human. We're gonna slip up. We're gonna make those cuss words, or we're gonna do certain things that people are not gonna agree with. But again, we're human. We make mistakes. Um,
Mhm.
but again, doing good things, I've always done it since I was a kid. I'll be the first one to say, you know what, if you need a dollar, here's the dollar. You need, lunch, and I have my free lunch. You know what? Here's take some of mine. I want you to eat too. I don't want you to go starve. I don't want, one of the kids to go without eating. Um,
Right.
you know, I still to this day will still help fellow veterans because having this nonprofit, I'm able to take some of the money and be able to go get a gift card for a fellow veteran. Say, hey, you need groceries? Here's a $200 gift card to Market Basket, or here's $200 to Hannaford's. Those are the grocery stores up here in Massachusetts. God, I can't even remember what was and I just used the Lord's name in vain. Again, I forget, please forgive me. Um, but I don't remember the grocery stores down there, but I remember,
Fry's, Albertsons, and
yes,
Safeway.
yes. And then, we have those restaurants that are out there, which again, I went out to the Waffle House, which is almost down south. You got TGI, I think it was Chili's, Applebee's, all those are
Mhm.
there. Um, there's a bunch of other stuff that again that was out there, but we're able to go and help a veteran. If there's a veteran that is, I see that's out walking the street and he's holding a sign, I may go up and I may go get the food, but I may also say, hey, do you have your VA disability card? Do you have a copy of your DD-214? Or can you just tell me, where you went to basic with or at? And just ask little questions just to try to make sure that it's a veteran. But again, if you can't answer it, it is what it is. I'm still going to help him out. I'm going to still help the individual out because, again, it goes to just being kindness. It's being the kind person that us Americans need to do. But back again with the veterans that went to the races, we all talked. We all, sat around before the day before the race. We walked through the pits. We saw a lot of the stuff. Um, I believe everything was empty. There was no tractor trailers that were inside yet. Um, I believe, or was no, there was tractor trailers in there, right?
Yeah, there was a couple that were just locked up. Were mainly like the tires. We got to see the different series of
Yes,
tires.
that's right.
From the NASCAR to the Menards. The quick hub versus the five lug, which
Yeah,
is pretty interesting to see.
that's right.
Seeing as how
Yeah,
yeah,
so that
just seeing as how like the Menards was more like like the old school NASCAR Moonshiner series, which is that's what it was
yeah,
contributed to. I thought that was really cool.
yeah. No, absolutely. That's right. 'Cause I remember there was one. I think it was just you and I when we first met, and I was down at the heck was that? Whatever that
The beer garden.
yeah, the beer garden where they had the
Mhm.
music playing and all that.
Yep.
Um, we were in there first, and I mean, that was interesting. There wasn't many people there. Um,
Hmm.
but then the next day, then we ended up getting few of you guys together to
Hmm.
meet, and we went down and walked through the pits. But the day of the race, it was good. A lot of the guys, again, as we talked the day before in the pits, trying to explain the whole thing regarding what Track Day for Veterans is, what our purpose is, what we aim to do, how we do it. Some of the places that we've gone. Again, I'm going to be on the road again this week, um, and I'll be on the road again. I'll be on the road for the next 2, 3 months doing this and bringing other veterans. And each race, I think we're doing anywhere between 6 to 8 veterans. From Talladega to Charlotte to Rockingham, Michigan, Watkins Glen, Kansas. It's all lined up. It's all good to go, and then we have all the short track stuff. We have other stuff. We have truck series racing. Hopefully I'm trying to work out something with Spencer Boyd, and Cletus McFarland. Hopefully I can get a hold of this guy again, um, as I saw him down in Daytona. You know,
Okay.
so that's the guy that if you ever watch it or YouTube video it, it's I was flying around Daytona like a bald eagle, you know, and he's this YouTuber that turned NASCAR ARCA series. You know, again, it's introducing more people into it.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so with that all being said, I mean, again, you did your part. You enjoyed doing it. You enjoyed going to it. Would you recommend other veterans to go to the race, to go to this track day for veterans?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I've talked to a couple other guys, that I know from the motorcycle community that are really, interested in stuff like that. Kind of talking to what we were talking about, maybe being out here and like helping you guys set up for it and stuff like that, getting the names ready, and obviously,
Yep.
making sure more than anything that the people that are going to go are going to be committed to showing up and going, right?
Yeah.
As we had that little, hiccup with somebody I know, and unfortunately, It just it shows the importance of making it fair for everybody and making sure that the people that are gonna go aren't
Right.
committed to something else. So
No, absolutely, and yeah, we get it. A lot. There are some people, and there was a guy that was supposed to go. Unfortunately, had a family emergency, which we expect sometimes that people are going to have those. Those are going to happen. Family comes first.
mhm.
But when we have others that take away from another veteran, it kind of hits, and it's like, we could have had another fellow veteran, and then I met another guy who I'm like, dude, I wish I could have taken you, but unfortunately, I just couldn't get your name on the list because didn't have the spot, but also, that person never even showed up, and I would have, enjoyed having, that individual there at the races too. Because again, this is something that's once in a lifetime experience, to be able to experience it and to be in the pits. And I'll tell you, if you talk to any of the guys that were there or to any of the races, it's like, holy crap, you meet certain race car drivers that you normally would never meet. You know,
Mhm.
Kyle Larson. One of the guys got the hat from the winner of the race. That is with Joe Gibbs Racing.
Oh well.
He was like ecstatic. The guy goes and says, I can't remember the guy's name, but he goes up to him and says, "You didn't get anything? Hey, you can have my hat that I got for winning the race." And
Wow.
he
That's a
was
big
like,
gesture from him.
"Yeah, you know," and that's what it's about. It's
Right.
experiencing something, and feeling like you're part of a family. Because again, the race team that we're there that we partner up with, they bring you in and they take care of you. You get to go into the tractor trailer, for
Mhm.
the race team. You get to go and have food with the race team. I mean, they were cooking steak. The team mom was cooking steak and cheese subs. You know, they have also made sandwiches for the morning. They had cookies, drinks, soda, Gatorade. Um, and then they got to meet Andy J. And Andy Seiss, who is one of the car owners. So it's one of those experiences, that we expect that we just want to be able to help out and be able to get all the veterans that we can and not have someone just drop out because unfortunately they don't want to go anymore. We get it. Then that's where we tell people if you can't make it, not 100%, then just go ahead and just release your spot, and we'll fill it with another veteran.
Mhm.
Because we always have people that are like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to go. You know. Um, but yeah, no, like you said earlier too, is yeah, we posted it like I want to say it was like a couple days before the
Mhm.
race, and so I had other people that ended up not able to go, so I posted it into a group form, which then got deleted because someone thought it was a scam thing. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, dude, it's not. It's for real. And then they got it re-added back on, which was good. But I had probably 90 something people message me about it. Um, you know, and it was like crazy, but it was a great turnout. Um,
Mhm.
you know, and for anybody that hasn't been to Arizona, if you go up to the Grand Canyon during when was this race? February, March. Don't
March.
March. Don't expect that you won't see snow up there firsthand. I saw snow up up there. It wasn't until I got up, probably until like almost an hour outside of um, hour from the Grand
The Grand
Canyon.
Canyon. Mhm.
But yeah, you can see snow up there.
Yep.
you know, but it's a beautiful, beautiful view, beautiful everything. Um, with that all being said, I mean, we're gonna call it a night. But if you could tell, to say one thing to a fellow veteran that is like debating about going, is there something that you would tell him to make him change his mind to definitely go?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, commit to it simply because the experience, like just being out there, like in the middle of the oval and being able to see the things that were out there, and how we were treated. The people that were out there that interacted with us, super kind, and definitely worth the experience to be able to see, especially the incline of the raceway. That was something I did not expect, but it's totally worth it and would do it in a heartbeat again, as you already know. And hopefully I can work something out with you to be able to help you make it easier and facilitate here and continue to take pictures, whether it's just here at this race or I have to fly out and go to the other races and take pictures there too. I'm down for all of that.
Absolutely. No, we really appreciate it, man. And we want to say thank you for your service as well. And thank you for definitely taking those photos for us. Means a lot to us. But we'll definitely see you again here again soon. Hopefully sooner than later. But we know we'll be back. We'll be back to Arizona again next year. So until next
Yes,
time,
sir.
everybody, we salute you all of our veterans out there. If you ever need something, don't ever hesitate to pick up the phone and call us. Our number is in our Facebook page as well as our website. And, always remember that you're not alone. We're here. We've got your six. And keep it real. Don't keep it real dumb. Keep it real. Keep it 1,000. Until next time, see you later.
Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah. Shut up!
You suck!
Stop! In the name of all that which does not suck.
Thanks for watching Fubar Studios Veteran Reinforcement. Please make sure to check out the Fubar Studios on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and visit the website at fubarstudio.com. Fubar Studios is a Sinista1 Production.